G'day. I don't know whether, like me, you were shocked and dismayed to hear the news of the latest shooting in Newton, Connecticut, in America. It seems like these things are happening all too often. America really needs to address its archaic gun laws and actually, pull things into line so that they have a safer society. They wave their flag of Constitution and they say, it's written in the Constitution, we have the right to bear arms, but I think it's time that they moved on from that. It's been taken out of context as to why it was written, because it was a time of war against the English and they needed to bear arms against a common enemy, but that's no longer necessary, and they need to really reconsider why that was written and whether they should change it or not. They say, but it's written in stone, we can't change this bullshit. You can change it. You can actually vote and change things. You don't need to put up with these ridiculous happenings, and you need to stand up against the gun lobbies and the multinational corporations that put pressure on governments to do things the way that they want them to do. We're supposed to be evolving as humankind and moving into a new light of existence where we live far more in peace and harmony with each other. But while a world leader like the USA continues to have this cancer happening inside of itself, people aren't going to take them seriously. People will just think that's those Yanks again. They're just dopey, and I must admit that's the way that the rest of the world sees the Americans. They see the hypocrisy when America, stands up and says, we need to clean up our act in so many ways around the world and that sort of thing, but their own backyard is stinking. Anyway, as you can tell, I got pretty livid about the news of the shootings, and I feel for the children, the parents of the children that were killed in this, and just the whole tragedy of the thing. And it moved me so much that I've written this song. It's called Carousel of Tears. Some things in life are just too hard to handle. Some things in life I just don't understand. Fear and greed leave common sense abandoned. Am I losing hope and trust in fellow man? Now the tables are turned over in the classroom. Liberty has lost her golden crown. A shooter waved the flag of Constitution as he stood and gunned our future's promise down. And who will shed a tear for the children? Does anybody hear it when they cry? Is there still a God of love, or just illusion? And is anybody watching as they die? And the blind lead the blind in the schoolyard. The teacher gave her life for the rule. Now fate has stained the hands of the gunman who cared to share his doctrine with the school. And the world shakes its head in the moment, but all too soon enough those memories fade, and nothing ever changes for the better, 'cause complacency's foundations firmly laid. And who will shed a tear for the children? Does anybody hear it when they cry? Is there still a God of love, or just illusion? And is anybody watching as they die. Now the carousel turns slowly in the fairground. There's no riders on those faded wooden steeds, and the music falls like tears on the bare ground as the heart of the strong man softly bleeds. And they call this the land of hope and freedom, yet it's chained by those words of days gone by. Now hope won't ride beside those grieving parents, as on the carousel of tears they gently cry. And who will shed a tear for the children? Does anybody hear it when they cry? Is there still a God of love, or just illusion? And is anybody watching as they die? No, who will shed a tear for the children? Does anybody hear it when they cry? Is there still a God of love, or just illusion? And is anybody watching as they die?